Lesson: Termination versus Rescission. Understanding the nuances between termination and rescission in contract law is vital for professionals engaged in contract management and dispute resolution. These concepts, though related to the cessation of contractual obligations, differ significantly in their legal implications, processes, and outcomes. In the realm of breach of contract, discerning when to apply termination as opposed to rescission can determine the success of legal strategies and the protection of client interests. Termination of a contract refers to the process by which a contract is brought to an end, with the parties released from further obligations. This process can occur by mutual agreement, fulfillment of contractual terms, or due to a breach. In contrast, rescission entails undoing a contract, treating it as though it never existed. This is often pursued when a contract is deemed voidable due to misrepresentation, duress, undue influence, or mistake. The distinction between these two remedies is crucial, as rescission aims to restore the parties to their pre-contractual positions, whereas termination acknowledges the contract's existence but ceases future performance obligations. A practical tool for professionals navigating these concepts is the contract termination decision matrix, which serves as a framework to evaluate the appropriateness of termination or rescission based on specific contractual breaches. This matrix considers factors such as the nature of the breach, the availability of remedies, and any potential consequences. For example, if a breach is minor and can be remedied through damages, termination may not be justified. In contrast, rescission may be appropriate if the breach involves misrepresentation or fraud, as these issues go to the heart of the contract's validity. Case law offers valuable insights into the application of termination and rescission. Consider the case of Associated Builders Ltd v. Smith, where the court had to decide whether termination or rescission was appropriate after a contractor failed to meet essential building specifications. The court determined that termination was sufficient, as the breach could be rectified through damages, and the contract's essential purpose remained intact. Conversely, in Greenwood v. Trimble, where a contract was rescinded due to fraudulent misrepresentation, the court highlighted that the deceit undermined the contract's foundation, justifying rescission to restore the parties to their original positions. While assessing the termination of contracts, it is essential to consider the concept of anticipatory breach. This occurs when one party indicates they will not fulfill their contractual obligations before the performance is due. The non-breaching party can choose to terminate the contract immediately or wait until the actual breach occurs. This decision should be informed by the potential risks and benefits, as premature termination can lead to disputes over whether an anticipatory breach genuinely existed. In rescission, the principle of restitution plays a critical role. Since rescission aims to revert parties to their pre-contractual state, restitution ensures that any benefits conferred under the contract are returned. This process can be complex, especially in contracts involving substantial exchanges or investments. Professionals should employ the restitution checklist, a tool that outlines the necessary steps to calculate and execute restitution accurately. This checklist includes assessing the value of benefits received, determining the feasibility of returning goods or services, and addressing any partial performance complications. Statistics indicate that contract disputes often arise from misunderstandings about termination and rescission rights. A study published in the Journal of Contract Law revealed that over 30% of contract litigation cases involved misinterpretations of these concepts. This underscores the importance of clarity in contract drafting and the need for explicit termination and rescission clauses. These clauses should specify the conditions under which each remedy is applicable, minimizing ambiguity and potential disputes. In drafting termination or rescission clauses, professionals can utilize the clause drafting framework, which provides a structured approach to crafting clear and enforceable contract terms. This framework emphasizes the inclusion of specific breach definitions, notice requirements, and the parties' rights and obligations upon termination or rescission. By employing this framework, contract drafters can enhance the contract's resilience against disputes and ensure that parties have a mutual understanding of their rights and remedies. Furthermore, understanding the interplay between termination, rescission, and damages is crucial. While termination releases parties from future obligations, it does not necessarily negate the right to claim damages for past breaches. In contrast, rescission aims to eliminate the contract entirely, potentially limiting claims for damages. Professionals should be adept at assessing the impact of each remedy on damage claims, considering factors such as the availability of specific performance or consequential damages. The doctrine of election of remedies is also pertinent in this context. Once a party opts for either termination or rescission, they are generally precluded from pursuing the alternative remedy. This underscores the importance of strategic decision-making in the early stages of a breach, as the chosen remedy can have lasting implications on the rights and obligations of the parties. The Remedy Election Guide is a practical tool that assists professionals in weighing the pros and cons of each remedy, considering factors such as the likelihood of success, potential recovery, and long-term consequences. In conclusion, mastering the distinctions between termination and rescission and knowing when to apply each remedy is essential for contract law specialists. By employing practical tools such as the Contract Termination Decision Matrix, Restitution Checklist, Clause Drafting Framework, and Remedy Election Guide, professionals can navigate the complexities of contract breaches with confidence and precision. These frameworks not only enhance decision-making, but also contribute to more effective dispute resolution and contract management. As the landscape of contract law continues to evolve, staying informed about these concepts and their applications will ensure that practitioners remain adept at safeguarding their clients' interests and achieving favorable outcomes in contractual disputes.